happy about that.
So another big part of Post was the music. I mean, you and I spent a lot of time with Alex Burke, extremely talented.
Oh,
legend.
yes.
Yeah, legend is right. That guy's a freak. Tell us a little bit about the experience there and how it went, and I'll chime in.
You know, the experience with Alex was, that was the part of the post-process I was most nervous about.
Music,
because you have ideas in your head, and, you know, growing up the type of movies Brandon and I loved growing up, you know, we have certain, I guess, styles stuck in our head, you know, so whether it be a Scorsese movie where it's just song-to-song soundtrack, or whether it be somebody like Fellini who has these big suites that get reprised over and over again. Yep. Yeah. Fran remembers. I was struggling with the idea of, oh my God, how am I gonna be able to communicate music? You know, images I can do, music I don't know. Yeah. But it turns out at the beginning of almost every single session with Alex, we would literally shoot the shit for maybe 25, 30 minutes talking about the scenes, talking about what the vibe was, talking about what inspired, you know, literally some of the questions that our people were asking was like, what inspired you? And that in turn inspired him. But some of the other things was just the performances. He'd be like, I hear a blank chord. Oh, I got to try this. And then he just would. I'm like, all right, Rain Man, like, go ahead. Go at it.
Yeah, super impressive.
You know, sometimes there was one scene, which is one of my favorites in the movie. It's when it's after a lot of things go down for Nicky, and he ends up just at a bar. And he finds an old coworker, and then they start talking. It's a mezzanine scene. There's no dialogue in it, but we couldn't figure out the music, so we ended up just spitballing. And he was like, "You know what? Wait. If you could have anything you wanted, like, what song would you put here?" And I don't know, because I'm sentimental.
This is great. Yeah. I'm glad you're saying this. It's a great line.
I was like, well, I'm sentimental. Like, I would put in Sinatra's In the Wee Small Hours. And he goes, okay. And then he went to his thing. He composed something. And I think the next day he said, what do you think? It's now my favorite music cue in the whole movie. That's awesome. Absolutely favorite. So music cannot be understated how important it is. There are so many scenes that are absolutely elevated because of what Alex did for it.
He won a couple of, you know, I mean, minor, but there were awards. Yeah, we're proud of him and proud of the way that it went. And
we love you, Alex.
Yes. Thank you, Alex.
Definitely. I would go to his studio and just go there and see two sweaty guys that have been there for hours.
Emphasis on the sweaty, by the way.
I kind of wish I had come by to see one of the music sessions.
You weren't invited.
Yeah. Probably yes. Like, maybe I was working, but like, we'll go with I was working, and then I wasn't invited.
Yeah, you could have asked. Like, that's all.
I feel like I maybe was just like not around, like, because I had, you know, whatever.
We'll say that.
We'll say that.
We'll go with that one.
Wait, I have a little tidbit about Alex and Fran. So obviously, like, music was, you know, that process was a couple months. And he, you know, Fran being the star of the movie, Alex had to see Fran's face a lot. But he never met him in person until way after rap. So me and Fran went to a show of his for his band, and in the audience, Alex is just looking around, and I see him look at Fran, and he mouths, "Oh shit!" right on stage, and it blew his mind.
Yeah,
the idea of seeing a three-dimensional character right in front of him.
Francesco existed. Unreal.
Well, because him, like your own poor self had to
see you
stare at
too much.
Yeah.
It's a travesty.
I almost threw up.
I'm shocked that you didn't. You probably didn't. You're probably just being nice.
I'm trying to.
There's cameras and microphones.
Look at his face.
I know.
The last thing I thought was really interesting about how our composer thought about the film is like he was actually inspired and felt really connected to the storyline of Nicky, which was really great to just understand, like, that he was so inspired and just really wanted to work on it. This guy went to work like crazy, but cool.
He's a beast. Did he move from New York also? Get his home.
No, he's actually from L.A.
Yeah,
he went to Chicago for a little while, but then he just ended up in L.A.
So he got his heart broken in-house.
Yeah.
Stuck around.
It's in-house. Yeah.